Welcome to InCabin from the creators of AutoSens. InCabin connects the global community of automotive interior specialists working on in-cabin safety, comfort, and productivity solutions through industry-leading events and knowledge sharing. We are joined today by Kyle Legg, applications engineer from Melexis. Thanks for joining us today, Kyle.
Thanks for having me.
Kyle, could you tell us a bit about Melexis and about your role at Melexis?
Yes. So Melexis has been engineering microelectronic solutions for automotive and beyond automotive for over 35 years now. So we are about creating the best imaginable future, so that one that is safe, clean, comfortable, and healthy. And it's really these core values of innovation with heart, care about the planet, customers, and colleagues that drew me to join Melexis in 2017. And it really is a culture of the company, not just slogans. For example, in 2021, we set a target carbon intensity reduction of 40% for scope 1 and 2 emissions per chip sold by 2030, since carbon emissions really such a reduction, such a important thing right now. So I'm originally from the Boston area and started working there with Melexis, but moved to our headquarters in Tessenderlo, Belgium, over 3 years ago now. Move that I was and still am very excited about. I've been working on our optical product line since I joined 7 years ago, more than 7 years ago. And as you mentioned, currently as an application engineer with a focus on indirect time of flight.
That's really exciting that you got to move to Belgium for work. And how have you found that? Is there anything that's really stood out to you?
I I think it's the really the culture. It I think Europe really demonstrates the culture of the company. Um, so just I'd say like a freedom of growth and learning. And so I mean, that's really why I ended up in Europe. So when I joined the company, they were very not just open to, but encouraging uh, uh, learning and growing, but not just like on a ladder in your one position at your one site. It's really about a journey and growth as an in total individual, and that included opportunities to move to different countries even.
Very cool. And that's great to work for a company that gives you those types of opportunities and looks at new directions and what the right next best step is. Speaking of, what explains Melexis's interest in the automotive interior applications?
So we've been innovating in ITOF in the automotive interior space since before 2015 now, with BMW introducing gesture recognition and control features using our one of our ITOF cameras. Today, we're now on our third generation of VGA and QVGA TOF sensors. And there's a growing need right now for more sensing and safety applications in the cabin to make the vehicle safer, uh, as well as in the future. And as vehicles become more autonomous and passengers gain more freedom to move around and interact with the vehicle interior. So as just an example, there are already a lot of injuries and fatalities every year due to position of airbag deployment in accidents with relation to where occupants are sitting and their size. Um, so of course, we want to pursue any opportunities where lives can be saved and injuries can be reduced through the use of smart technologies. And we strongly believe that our time-of-flight products can revolutionize the growing trends toward a smarter and a safer vehicle.
So taking it a step back, I know Melexis has been pioneering indirect time of flight for a decade. Why do you believe time of flight is needed?
So a lot of the current methods for sensing the interior, it's using 2D cameras and technologies based on 2D cameras. And time of flight has many strengths and benefits that can address some of the areas where these systems have difficulties. Like for instance, in a vehicle's cabin, you have to cope with highly varied lighting. So you have interior lights and LEDs, and you have strong sunlight situations. And time of flight uses controlled external illumination with differential pixels that reject ambient light. So very robust to any sort of lighting environment. ITOF also enables direct access to depth information, 3D data, meaning that it's low data bandwidth, and has minimal processing requirements compared to using a 2D imager with, say, structured light or AI on the backgrounds. But this also means that the depth information is extremely accurate and reliable, since you have the direct access to it at true VGA resolution. And it's able to cover extended range of different use cases. So we think that depth data accuracy and reliability is really paramount to safety. So we at Melexis really have adopted a strong culture of safety. And you can see that in our many ISO 26262 safe products. And this includes our time-of-flight sensors.
Kyle, can you describe sort of how you see the future of vision systems for in-cabin?
Yeah. So I mean, just a quick example. We've been working with Motion 3D on a DMS plus OMS POC system using our VGA ITOF sensor and evaluation platform that has cross-regional regulation features such as driver distraction and drowsiness detection, very important, object identification, eye gaze, secure face identification with anti-spoofing, also occupant classification, body pose detection, and so on. So it's really a lot of features in a robust single camera solution, and for both OMS and DMS applications, which in the past have usually been two separate platforms. So we found that using direct 3D data from our ITOF camera greatly improves the body position accuracy over using just 2D based imaging. And as I mentioned before, that can be really critical in safe airplane deployments. And yeah, you'll be able to see a demo of this at our booth during in-cabin.
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we just in general we see an increasing interest, especially in RGB use cases for the premium vehicles market. So we believe radar has been able to capture, for instance, the child presence detection, which is very important. But we're strongly convinced that indirect time of flight is able to improve the performance of today's IR DMS cameras and augment this with new comfort and safety features, some of which I've described in this demo with Emotion 3D. So in the near future, we believe that the sensor fusion of RGB and ITOF offers the best user experience and data quality versus a combined RGB IR solution. In addition, we're also spending a lot of research into vital sign recognition and monitoring systems, which we believe will be a requirement moving forward. And we believe the increasing levels of autonomous driving will emphasize the need for 3D depth technology, which we're already seeing. So the vehicle is really, it's becoming a third space. A lot of people are talking about that. The vehicle is a third space. And that means that occupants gain a greater freedom of movement. So for instance, maybe in the future, you'll have an interior where it's really focused on the interaction between passengers. So maybe you'll have a table in the middle, maybe chairs can move around, passengers can move around more. So maybe it'd be more like being in a small private compartment of a train. So you can imagine you might have a lot more freedom to move around, and that makes it a lot more challenging when it comes to the safety of the people in the vehicle. And so, yeah, this increases the need for really accurate detection of not just position, but passenger size, so occupant classification for safety. And of course, in addition to just safety, you have a push for more entertainment. So integration of games, augmented reality, and of course, those are all areas where time of flight plays a role. And you can see that in a lot of video games and even cameras now, cell phone cameras now, or cell phones.
I really liked the point you made about the humans in the cabin having sort of more degrees of freedom to move around. And I think that's really interesting because of sort of, it makes us sort of really unpredictable in the cabin too. You're you're not able to sort of predict where you expect our body to be for body pose estimation. You have to be prepared for it to be anywhere and sort of in different sort of positions than you would expect if someone was in a passenger seat, sort of as you normally would see them with a human driver. So that I thought that was a really interesting point.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are your expectations for InCabin USA this year? And what do you hope to achieve and learn, take away?
So I mean, in cabin, it's really like the premier event for all things related to the vehicle interior. So user experience to safety trends and regulation. And of course, Detroit is the heartbeat of the American automotive industry, and just in general, the U.S. is one of the leading regions when it comes to safety applications. So it's a great location for an event. I really look forward to traveling there. And so over the past years at Melexis, we've spent a lot of energy growing our partnerships, and in-cabin is really where everybody comes together. So we see it as a great opportunity to strengthen our current partnerships, as well as build new ones and find out what others are working on, see what challenges people are facing, see where we can provide solutions to those challenges. It's really a chance to check the pulse of the industry and confirm trends, to see trends, confirm trends, and confirm that we're putting our efforts in the right place. So I really look forward to checking out all of the booths and demos, have some stimulating conversations.
I'm so glad to hear it. You guys are completely in the right place, just like you said. I know you're going to meet a lot of great people. I know you're going to see a lot of great demos. I've gotten some sneak peeks of them already. So yeah, and we couldn't be more happy to have you guys back. You guys have been great partners through the years, and really excited to see what you're showing off.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I look forward to showing it.
For more information on Melexis and to find out more about our upcoming events, check out the links in the description or visit InCabin.com. That's InCabin.com. And for more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow InCabin on LinkedIn. In Minneapolis, on behalf of InCabin, I'm Sarah Sargent.